Hey guys, welcome back to another exclusive podcast from IronFX. At IronFX, we're dedicated to bring you the absolute best trading education to help you take your trading to the next level. In today's podcast, we'll be talking about how important is risk to reward. All right, this topic is often overlooked by many traders. Right, the first thing that comes to their mind whenever they take a trade is their entry. What is my entry requirement? The moment they take an entry, they just put a stop loss and take profit without factoring in the concept of risk to reward. Okay, so to put things simply, risk to reward is basically how far is your stop loss and how far is your take profit. Okay, if for example you are risking 10 pips, or we can call it just 10 points, right? 10 points for your stop loss and you have 10 points for your take profit. Okay, that means you have a risk to reward of 1 is to 1. Okay, what does that mean is that, if you risk $10, right, you reverse calculate it such that if price were to hit your stop loss, you lose $10, right? And price actually ends up hitting your take profit, that means you make $10. Okay, that means your risk to reward is equal at 1 is to 1. Okay, there are other forms of risk to reward, like if you are taking positions where perhaps you have a tighter stop loss and a wider take profit. Okay, your risk to reward might be 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3, meaning that you might be risking 10 pips of stop loss, but if the trade actually goes all the way and hits your take profit, you make a good like $20 or $30, basically two times and three times the risk that you have. Now, why is this so important, right? It's because many people tend to have a misconception and misunderstanding when it comes to risk to reward. They just assume that a risk to reward, as long as it's above 1 is to 1 or 1 is to 2 or 1 is to 3, is good. But that is far from the truth, because let's just say we have a risk to reward of 1 is to 2, right? Meaning that if you risk $10, we make $20. Now, on the surface, it sounds good, right? I have a risk to reward of 1 is to 2 for my trading strategy. But what if, for example, every time, out of 10 trades or 100 trades that you take, only 20% of your trades make money and 80% of your trades lose money. Even though you have a risk to reward of 1 to 2, you end up losing a lot of money. Okay, because your hit rate is not high enough. Many people don't factor in the concept that you can't just have a risk to reward, a good risk to reward. You need a good hit rate. They go hand in hand. I might have a risk to reward of 1 is to 1, meaning that I risk $1, I make $1. I risk $10, I make $10, right? On the surface, anyone who looks at that, they're like, you don't have a good risk to reward, right? I say, I might not have a good risk to reward, but my hit rate is 90%. Do I need a good risk to reward if my hit rate is 90%? Meaning that 90% of my trades actually hit this profit target, right? The short answer is no, right? Because you got a good hit rate, even though you got only a decent risk to reward. Okay, so there's an important concept I want to impart to you guys today, right? That when you're trading, yes, risk to reward is important. You need to know how much you're risking in order to know how much you're making. All right, and to find out how much you're risking is quite simple, right? I'll share with you a quick formula here. First, decide how much of your account you want to lose, right? So if $1,000 account, you might say that I only want to risk 1% on this trade. 1% of $1,000 is $10. Okay, then you need to reverse calculate the lot size that you're trading based on your stop loss distance. Okay, so you might decide, okay, I have a 10 pip stop loss, which means I need like 0.01 lots, maybe, for example. Okay, that is how you decide, what's the lot size you should be risking or you should be trading based on your stop loss distance and how much you are risking. Okay, only once you know how much you're risking, then you can consistently control. You have risk management under control, and risk to reward will make more sense to you. Okay, so yeah, that's the important thing that you guys need to know. It's not only about the risk to reward, but it's also about your hit rate. Don't get too caught into the whole concept of I need a risk to reward of 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. When you haven't, factored in the other important consideration, which is your hit rate. Okay, it's the same thing. You might have a good hit rate, 90% take profit, but if you have a bit bad risk to reward, right, your trading strategy won't be profitable. Okay, they go hand in hand. All right, guys. Anyway, that's it from me. That's it from me for today's podcast on why and how important a risk to reward is. Do remember to subscribe to our podcast. As here at IronFX, we're dedicated to bringing you the very best trading education to take your trading to the next level. Until then, stay safe, trade safe, and peace out, guys.